Andy, thank you for talking to us. We've won 1-0 this evening over Leatherhead. How do you assess that game?
With some difficulty, not very good to watch. Horrible game to watch. Two sides pretty relentless in terms of the style tonight. Both turning the ball round and trying to put it in behind. And it was not a pretty game to watch. And I'm not going to stand here and be an apologist. Just one of those games where you just have to get through and pick up the points, and that's what we did. So really pleased with how we defended. Thought we were fantastic defensively. Defended under a lot of pressure. They were a better side than their league position tells you. And I thought it was a really hard-earned win tonight. Very important as well. Keeps us in touch with just Bishop Stortford above us, but it also puts some real daylight now between some of the teams behind us.
That's a 10-point gap to Lewis now. And I suppose sort of in terms of the game itself, and as you say, sort of in case of not underestimating Leatherhead, who had won their last 2 games. We
don't underestimate anyone. That's I keep saying that, don't I? You can't, because teams are like Leatherhead. They're all fighting for something, aren't they? And I thought they came here well organised, with a style to them, which we had to deal with. And I thought they were pretty strong all across the pitch, really. And it wasn't an easy night, And there are no easy games. We know that, and I don't know whether we'll get to the end of the season and there might be teams marooned in mid-table where it perhaps won't matter too much to them. But the integrity of the league, nobody's going to roll over, and that's what we're finding every week. So I'm afraid it might be more of the same until it sort of settles down, and we, I think we might need another 9 or 10 points to get to where we want to be. But it doesn't look like it's going to be pretty. Pitches are turning, they're drying out. Hard to knock the ball around. Again, with our ground staff, fantastic. We've got it in as good a condition as we can. But it's that time of season, just about racking up the points.
Yeah, but it is a 4th win on the bounce. Does that show that sort of pragmatism works, I suppose? Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, and I think to bounce back like we did, we were having a horrible little run, weren't we? And I think to bounce back as we did and put the wins together has shown what we're all about. Some very good players on the bench that can't get near the team at the moment. So my priority at the moment is trying to keep those players happy. But it shows all we've shown all season, doesn't it? That resilience. I think what's pleasing right now is defensively. We're doing things that we weren't doing even 4-6 weeks ago, and we are defending well. We're defending under pressure. We're clearing our lines, and that's a good trait to have, good habit to have.
It was just the one substitute this evening. What was your thinking behind that?
Well, we were going to make 2 or 3 changes and go to a different shape, and then I just felt that they were, before they took their forward off, they were breaking from the top of the midfield, the 8 in particular, and I just felt we needed to then have an extra defender on the pitch, and they were swinging, balls in from everywhere. So we went from having kind of attacking substitutions to try and win it clearly to, I suppose, shutting up shop a little bit and going with 2 up front. I thought Cons needed a hand up there like we did first half with Mo. We tried to sort of adapt the shape a little bit, trying to get Mo into the game a bit more. But unusual for us, and so I was ready to make other subs. You might have seen a couple of players get stripped off, and then I just changed my mind and we decided to stick with the sort of 5-3-2 that we finished with.
And it was an early goal again that won us, and another set piece. How important, especially against sort of teams like Casuals and Leatherhead, is it to get those early goals to perhaps sort of subdue any potential?
You're spot on. Yeah, you have to try and take their energy and take a bit of hope away from them if you can. And I thought when we scored, Mo had a great chance, didn't he? Not long after, I thought he might have gone. And I thought at 2-0 would have been interesting to see how they reacted, but we didn't. And if you look at their previous games, if you look at the Hornchurch game, I think they were 60 minutes before they conceded. So we knew we had to get something early, and it is important. You've got to try and break the spirit of teams if you can. And thought we'd done that, but we didn't. And fair play to Leatherhead. I thought they were excellent. I thought they really set up well, committed. a clear kind of pattern about them. I think had they had a bit more of a cutting edge up front, might have been a different game.
Would it perhaps be slightly unfair on the team to say that we switched off after going 1 up? After going 1 up?
Yeah, I think it might be a bit unfair. Yeah, I think that Leatherhead kept us really honest, didn't they? So he went up to Kunz. If he held it or he set it, you had to be really close to him because they were right on his toes and they were just turning the ball round and helping it in, and we couldn't get it down. I know there'll be knockers tonight and like there is every week about, guys, we don't set up to play long ball football. I think unfortunately when Adam's on the pitch, we perhaps do default to finding him. But we want, even if we want him to hold it and set it, and we want to play in the last third, but we couldn't do that tonight. We just couldn't play. That's why I was going to put Lyle on and PK on, but I didn't feel like we were getting the ball down. It just needed competitors tonight and just a scrap and a battle to get through the game. Horrible to watch. Not going to stand here, as I say, and be an apologist because we're just about getting the points.
Yeah, and get through the game we did do, and on to Merstham on Saturday, which is another potential banana skin.
Potentially, yeah, another tough game. Yeah. We we struggled down there a couple of times when we played. They're not going to make it easy either. So we'll come in Thursday, rest those who need to rest, get those working who need to do some work, and maybe look at reshaping the side a bit on Saturday and see how we go. But I think they've been careering down the table, haven't they? They haven't won for 6 or 7 games, I think. So they'll be scrapping for their lives as well. So another tough game in prospect. But we can pick up the full complement of points this week. Be delighted.
We shall see. Have a good weekend. Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.